My name is Wes Biggs. I'm the CTO and founder of Popwallet. We're a mobile wallet marketing automation company, and I'll talk a little bit more about what that means. We've been going for about a year and a half. I'm based here. I run the technology team that's completely St. Louis based, and my co-founders are in New York, where our sales and marketing is based. We're kind of in the waiting for Huffman sense. We've Huffman sense bi-coastal if you consider the Mississippi River coast. So Popwallet, opening up the next big marketing channel. Let's see if this thing is on. Which one?
Yeah, you're shooting the laser.
There we go. And we are based here in T-Rex very happily, part of the community here up on the 6th floor. Come visit us. Sometimes we also bring notes back. So, Popwallet mobile marketing. We like to think of ourselves as a meeting point of the app ecosystem and the email marketplace. And I'll talk a little bit about why we see that, but the idea is there's a lot of capabilities that you can get as a marketer using applications, but those are fairly heavy experiences to build, to sell, to market, to distribute. And emails are very lightweight, but unfortunately these days as a marketer you're going to see those go into people's spam folders, you're going to see them have very low open rates, click-through rates, etc. So in comes the mobile wallets. So we talk about these wallet platforms: Android Pay, Apple Pay, and Samsung Pay. The mobile wallets, if you've used them for payments, they look a little bit like this. You've got the payment side, which is where you put your credit cards, debit cards. You can do lots of cool stuff. Many retailers are now accepting these. I can actually use them on the vending machine over there in the kitchen, which is great. But the other side of mobile wallets that you may not know about is branded content. And branded content is built into the same apps here, Android Pay and Apple Wallet, as you find for the payment side, and allows you to do some very cool stuff, which is where Popwallet comes in. Now, mobile wallets themselves started out in about 2011 with the advent of Google Wallet, and early on Apple, what they called Passbook. These were standalone apps that tended to manage passes, I think was the term generally in circulation at that time. They didn't really take off until 2015 when these payment systems I mentioned came into play. And what happened is these payment systems created a place where branded content in these mobile wallets met the payment functionality. And so we've got basically a Trojan horse that's now pre-installed on almost every new smartphone that creates an opportunity to use a new marketing channel. Fast forward to 2020, there will be 5 billion mobile wallets pre-installed in the world. So more than half the people on the planet will have access to these things without ever downloading an app. And what our content looks like is something like this. You would see a mobile wallet card that installs into your Apple Wallet. You might have an offer like this, 10% off your purchase. You might have a barcode you can scan at the till. And once you've got it there, as a marketer, you've got the additional ability to send push notifications to your users, to send location-based notifications as they might walk into the retail establishment, and basically create an audience opportunity as a retailer brand marketer. Again, all without anyone installing an app. I'm going to get the right angle on this. So we go back to the mobile app ecosystem. My co-founders and I come from a mobile advertising background. And what we saw in the mobile advertising world is that apps tend to work really well, and advertising tends to work really well for specific kinds of apps. So games, utilities, things that have a very on-device payment system, reward system. What it doesn't really work for are brands and retailers who have paid a lot of money to try to get into people's devices without a lot of success. And if you're somebody like Tide detergent, it's going to be very difficult to get people to download and install a Tide app just for you as Tide to communicate with your consumers. So mobile wallets help solve that problem. Popwallet is about creation of content, distribution of content, measurement, and then repeating that cycle. So as a retailer or brand, you can get something in someone's wallet, have a conversation with them, help drive them, give them a deal, give them an offer, give them an opportunity to engage with your brand, and drive them down the so-called purchase funnel. We do that through our website, turning communication into conversion, through our lovely platform that my team here in St. Louis has helped build. This is a self-service pop card builder tool that we provide. So within the pop card builder, you are able to map out all of the functionality that you want, specify how that integrates with your retail system, specify expiration dates, all the details that then appear on the card. You can build pop deals, which are things like coupons, offers, any sort of deal that you might want to give your customer. Pop loyalty, which can be loyalty cards, membership, rewards, any sort of functionality like that. Pop gift, which would be a gift card, some kind of a special offer, again, that you can redeem in store. Access, which is actually a very interesting sector for us with things like luxury brands that want to have special events. You might get a VIP card that you keep in your mobile wallet, just like you would keep a special card in your physical wallet today. And Pop brand, which really covers any kind of branding that you as a marketer want to do. A good example here being recipes, drink recipes. So, becoming a mojito fan and showing your interest for that by putting that in your mobile wallet. So again, this is very, very much a lightweight way of getting branded content into people's devices in a way that consumers can engage with. You've built these things, you can distribute them. BJ did warn me about this. Distribution is through pretty much any channel. Using our platform, what you end up with is a URL. This URL is a link into our platform that works across devices, across Android and Apple, and it works in all these environments. Advertising, SMS, if you want to put it in your email marketing. We think a huge use case for this is all those emails that you get that say you've got a 20% discount off of Bed Bath & Beyond this week. And if you're like me, that sits down at the bottom of your email. I vaguely remember that I've got it when I'm in the store, but I don't want to spend 5 minutes searching through and figuring out where that is so I can pull up a special offer to it. When I've got it in my mobile wallet, I can actually get a location notification as I walk into Bed Bath & Beyond. It will pop up on my screen, I swipe it, the card is right there, I can scan it and tell. But in-app and social channels like Facebook and Twitter, on the web, and even you can print it as a QR code. And that's great with the new iOS 11 because the camera has built-in QR code recognition. And you can simply point your iPhone now these days at a QR code and it would pop up this opportunity to add a pop card to your mobile wallet. Example for the eyewear brand. And here's an example of what might look like when you're seeing a location notification pop up on screen. So those get built into the platform and activated as you enter geofence areas. Using our platform, you can not only create this content, but you can look at the statistics and the analytics that come off of the usage of it. So here we're looking at how many people have viewed this pop card opportunity to add that to your mobile wallet. How many people actually take that opportunity to save it? The conversions that might come from your point of sale system or using our own proprietary app to track conversions or redemptions, it might be for a pop deal. And how many people are removing that? One of the great things that we see with this is that very few people actively remove things from their mobile wallets. So we see about a 90% retention rate across our customers. We're working today with a number of very recognizable companies. We're at a stage where I think we've determined our product market fit. We're looking to grow rapidly, so at the moment we are in the process of raising our seed round. But we're working with some great companies like Unilever, L'Oreal, Louis Vuitton, again with that sort of event-based VIP approach. Samsonite, we just had an offer that they put in their email. So across a number of different use cases with some cool brands these days. And we're also now partners with Oracle and IBM on their marketing clouds. So we think a big case for larger companies is to integrate this into their existing marketing orchestration. So they may start with the email and move on to mobile wallet, look at the conversion that comes off of that, and we're hooked up to this platform so that that whole consumer journey is something that can be tracked. Just last month, we announced a partnership with Snap, so Snapchat the app, and Snap has agreed to make Popwallet their mobile wallet destination. So the Snapchat sales team is actually out there selling our product, not as Popwallet, but as a type of destination when you buy ads on Snapchat. So we think this is a great user experience. You watch a short video, you swipe up, you've got the opportunity to save an offer to your mobile wallet. This works really well because it's a save for later kind of thing. You don't want to necessarily interrupt people. And again, back to the trade-offs of mobile advertising. If you're interrupting people's experience and saying, you gotta go shop now for this online, that's not gonna be great if you're just scrolling through your feed. So doing this on Snap is a huge win for us. Similar partnership we just announced with Oath, which if you're not in the industry, you probably don't know the Oath name yet, but it is basically AOL and Yahoo combined and brought into the Borg of Verizon. So Oath will be doing the same thing. They're armed with all of our materials, and they'll be selling this to their customers. So some huge wins for us, and that's how we think we will successfully scale this as well as not through building out the most massive sales force in the world. We're a technology company. We want to build this platform. We want to make it do really cool stuff and leverage the growth in mobile wallets, the growth in our partners to sell. So that's where we are. I think that's what I've got. Thank you very much for listening.
All right. Can you hear me? Okay. So, questions? Who would like to start? We'll get back to you.
Thanks. So the feature I love the most about this is you've created a platform where consumers can build their own offers and inserts with a little touch from you guys. I think it's brilliant. So my question is, can you talk a little bit about what it looks like from a consumer or user side when you push a offer or something into my mobile wallet and it comes up on my phone? What interaction is required by me as a phone user to accept it into the mobile wallet or to my client?
Yeah, good question. And part of the reason I like this business is because it is completely opt-in from a consumer point of view. So this is about you as a consumer finding an offer you're interested in, finding some content that you're interested in, finding a brand you want to be affiliated with. Maybe it's a movie, maybe it's a sports figure, I don't know. There's lots of use cases for this. And what you would see depends a little bit on the distribution channel. So when you walk through those, you might see it in an email, a button that says, save this to my mobile wallet with some information about the offer. You might see it like in the Snap channel after you've swiped on a video or something like that. So at that point you would see the opt-in screen effectively. It varies a little bit between Apple and Android. On Apple it comes up with a preview of the mobile wallet pop card, and it gives you a button that says add or cancel. And that's effectively it. Once you've done that, we give you a way to open the mobile wallet up, but you don't really have to at that point because, again, it's this kind of safer later use case. The location notifications that I showed are built into the mobile wallet. So once you've got the card added, it's going to pop up as you go to those locations. You can turn that off as a customer as well, so you can opt out at any time. But by default, that's on, which is great from a marketing point of view.
So, great product. Wanted to ask though, what is is there a roadmap to open this up kind of for agencies and or smaller marketers? So you guys are kind of molded for the big and large brands, but is there going to be an opportunity for folks who are, who are dealing with those brands to leverage your technology in those client engagements?
Yeah, absolutely. We're working with agencies today. We found in agencies that are working with big companies, you get a little bit of confusion because they've got to go sell them the concept, and then we've got maybe too many cooks in the kitchen. But certainly smaller agencies, I think this would be a great opportunity to take a new piece of technology to a small business and really turn that on. So yeah, let's talk.
More questions? Anybody? Was that good? Huh? Okay, well, the one question we always ask is, what can the community do for you? What are you looking for at the moment?
Good question, thank you. I think, as I mentioned, where we are, we're obviously raising money. So if anyone has a lot of money burning a hole in their pockets, that's fine. Otherwise, I think we really see ourselves as a growing part of the St. Louis community here. So we'd love to strike up any partnerships. We'd love to get you thinking about how your customers might leverage this technology, how you and your own businesses might leverage this technology and platform. So yeah, let's have those conversations. We're going to be at the Venture Showcase event next week. We'll have a cool demo that I think I'm authorized to say is coming along, okay? Where everyone can build their own little free business card that pops into your mobile wallet. So come visit our booth there for a live demo of this stuff, and let's talk about how mobile wallets, which we firmly believe are taking over the world, can work for your business.
All right. Well, thank you very much.